Welcome to the Roulette Master TV, where we go back in time to revisit unbelievable roulette systems of the past. Today is a really special one. Subscriber hasn't lost in an entire year, plus the original Holy Grail system. I think you're going to absolutely love both of these. They have over 370,000 combined views on YouTube and are currently trending. I hope you really enjoy these ones, and let's get started. This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every day of the week at 8 a.m. And for today's video, this one was sent in by one of my subscribers who goes by CBDBC, whatever that stands for. I have a feeling what the first three letters probably stand for, but he says that he's been playing all year and has not lost a single time with this system. So this is pretty exciting. Let's see if that's the way that it is when we play it. And as always, let me know if you like it, don't like it, or would modify it down in the comments below. And he says he starts with a $3,000 bankroll. And just like any of these systems, if you don't have a $3,000 bankroll, you can just reduce the size of the bets at the same proportion as you reduce the starting fund. The proportions are what's really important. So he does start with a $3,000 bankroll though, and he puts $10 on second 12, $10 on third 12, and $10 on 19 to 36 for a $30 bet. And he's got an interesting way of retrieving losses once he reaches a certain amount. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this system's as good as he says it is. I'm excited. Okay, we won $20, and that's what he said when he sent this to me, was you're going to win $20 every single time unless you hit 1 to 12, and then you're going to push. So we're going to rebet and make sure the bets are the same and spin again. All right, 25 red. Another $20, so we're already up $40. And here we go again. Let's see what we get. 30 red. That's another win. We're up $60 already. Look at that. Fantastic. And so we're just going to keep hitting rebet until we have a loss. And again, a loss is anything that's 1 to 12 or 0. Okay, that's another win. Look at that. We're up $80 already. And he said he cashes out when he gets up $200. So we're already well on our way to that. And I'll go over what he does once he hits a certain loss total and how he deals with those losses here once we get a few. So here's another spin. Let's see what we get. 28 black. I think that's another win. Fantastic. Okay, we're up 100 already. So rebet and spin. Okay, now there's a loss. So he does double when he loses, but that's just a small part of what he does, because once he reaches a certain amount of loss, he has another strategy. And that's part of the reason he says he hasn't lost yet this year. Not that he doesn't lose at the beginning, but that he gets it back. So let's go ahead and spin at $60 now. I think that's another loss. Okay, so we're just going to rebet and double. Again, a lot of these systems double like this, but his is very different in the way that he retrieves it once we get to a certain amount here that I'm about to share with you. Or hopefully we don't have to. But either way, I'm going to share it with you. So we got a win. So that means we can restart. We're up $90. And I'm going to start back where we're supposed to at second, third, and 19 to 36. And as we go through here, I'm going to tell you what he does once he reaches that certain amount that he's down, okay? So let's go. Let's get to our $200 and cash out. There's another loss, though. And we're going to rebet and double. So make sure you stick around for the part at the end where I tell you what he does once he gets down a certain amount. And look at that. We won again. We're up $100 and we're back to the original bet. All right. Here we go. 3 red. That's another loss. So we're going to rebet and double. Let's see if we can get a win here. And that's another loss. So it's always good to see what happens when you do lose, because how you deal with adversity is the most important thing, not just with roulette, but with anything in life. And here we go at 120. Another loss. All right, you might be seeing what that is here in a moment, because if we lose at 240, that's when it kicks in. And we're minus 110 right now, but we're going to rebet and double. So if we lose this spin, I'm going to start the next steps, which is what CBD does to recover everything. Okay, so that was a break even there. And when we break even, that means that we just repeat the bet. So the numbers there on 13 to 18 are break even there. And let's spin. All right, that's a win. Okay, so now we had a little bit of a setback. We're only up 50, but we restart because he doesn't want to keep going and risk losing everything. So that's one reason that he says he hasn't lost this year. But now let's go ahead and cover. Now let's go ahead and cover why he says he hasn't been losing. When he does get to the $240 bet and he loses for over that amount, then he goes ahead and sits out until he has 2 spins in a row, or just 2 spins in a small area that are 1 to 12. And then he goes ahead and bets $300 bet, 100 on each of those spots. So let's go ahead. Again, now we need to restart. And we're on second, third, and 19 to 36 again because we won. We did have a small setback there. But, you know, that setback kept us from busting. So that's okay. And there's another break even, that 13 to 18 range is where we break even with this system. So let's rebet. And we might not make it to the $200 cash out on today's video, but I want you to see everything that this system offers, and you know how he plays, because he says he's been doing really well. And we lost that one, so we're going to double. And here we go. Okay, we got a win. So now we're up $60, and we're going to start back over. And here we go. Okay, another loss, so we're going to double and repeat the bet. Okay, that's another loss, so we're going to have to double again. And here we go. Now we have a $120 bet. So since he actually stops at that 240 bet, he doesn't actually probably need all of his $3,000 bankroll, but I understand why he starts with that, just so that he can make that final play and you know, always have plenty of money so that he feels secure in his bets. I understand that totally. So we won that one. And we need to go back to the original bet. And you can see we're only at 50 right now because we've had a little bit of bad luck, but that has kept us from busting. So part of this is money management. And here we go again. So let's cover everything with this system again. Once we look at this one here, that's another loss. So we're going to double, and here we go, our double bet. So 1 through 12 is a loss, you double. 13 through 18 is a break even, and then everything above that is a $20 win. And then, like I said, double after losses. Once you reach 240 on the bet, and you down, like after you would lose a 240 bet, CBD says to go ahead and sit out and wait for 2 1 through 12 spins that are close together, and then bet 100 on each. So, but let's get back to the regular play here. We'll play a few more, and looking forward to your guys' comments on this system. Okay, we broke even on that one. All right, there's a $40 win. Now we're up 60, and we'll go back to the original bets. And you can probably tell that when you get ahead with this system is when you can just get a few wins in a row, which you will get when you have this many numbers covered. There's only, I believe, 13 actually covered, but we're having a little bit of bad luck here, which is why it's the wins have slowed down a little bit, but that's kept us from busting and is a little bit of a money management system safety measure. So if you look at that last one, we lost at 10 each, so we're going to double the bet. Here we go. Being successful playing roulette isn't all about winning a lot each time. A lot of it has to do with just not losing. And that's one thing I think about all the time is how can I play and make sure that I win, not even if I don't win as much as I want to each day, how can I keep from losing as much? So that's really key when you're playing roulette. And you can see now we're up $70. We're going to rebet. And again, when you get these wins in a row is when you're going to notice that his system is paying off. And see, there's another win. And we had some wins at the beginning, and you kind of saw that. And now we're up 110. And we'll put 10 on each. And I think it's turning around for us now. But like any system, when you're comfortable with the amount that you've won, go ahead and cash out. You don't have to reach the 200 that he said that he gets to before he cashes out each day. But I wanted to let you know, what that level is. And now we're going to go ahead and double the bets. See if we can get some numbers higher than 12. But we lost that one, so we're going to be doubling again. And rebet and double. So we haven't had to do the $100 on each bet yet and sit out. But I'm glad that I share that with you so that you know what to do. We're up $100 now. So let's go ahead and I'll put those up there to show you what happens if you do lose at the 240 bet. We don't have to bet it, but I want you to know what we do again. So that's what it would look like, $300 bet. And you'd want two numbers in 1 through 12 in close proximity to the last few spins. So actually we would have that there, and we'll go ahead and spin one just so you can see what happens. If we lose, then we would need to double the bet, and that's probably why CBD says that he has a $3,000 bankroll. He'd probably have to double that one more time. So let's go ahead and spin one at that level, just so you guys can see what he's been doing. And we did win. So you see that's a $200 win. And then after he gets one of those, he goes and starts back over and tries to build it back up. So see, then all of a sudden now we're $300 up. And thank you for sending this one in. I appreciate it. And if you guys out there have systems like this that you're using that work really well, I would love to see them. So please send them in. And that's the best thing about the channel for me. I just love it when people send in their systems. And this is your channel just as much as it is mine. So please send those in, and let's all work together to make the best roulette systems possible. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day. I hope you really enjoyed that one. Now it's time for the original Holy Grail system that started it all. Here we go. This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And boy, do I have a great video for you today. This might just be the holy grail of roulette systems. This was sent in by one of my subscribers, Steve Subject, and he's been winning with this regularly for a while now and was actually on the fence of whether he was going to share this with us or not. I've tested it out a few times, and even when I get in trouble, it comes right back. And I've seen a lot of success with it, so I'm really happy to share it with you today. And I think you're going to love it. He calls it Advantage Play Roulette. And here we go. So we're going to start with $10 bets. You can pick any of the 12s. You can either stick with the same ones or mix it up. Either way. The key is the progression and when you cash out. And when I say cash out, I mean when you cash out or reset. So we lost the first one. We're going to increase by 1 unit. We're not going to double or triple. We're going to go from $10 to $20. Okay, we won that one. On wins, we're going to keep the bet the same. So now we're going to be 20 on each. And now I'm going to share with you the percentage that you want to win or reset with. Okay, so we won again. We're up $20. Again, when you win, you keep the bets the same. And we're using a $1,000 bankroll with $10 units. Now, if you don't have 1,000, then just adjust the size of the unit at the same percentage. Let's check our balance. We're up 40 so far. We're still on 20 because when we win, we keep it the same. Let's see what we get here. It's another win. Okay, we're up $60. Still on $20 bets. And here we go. It's another win. Once we get some losses here, I'll show you how that goes. And we're up 80 right now. I know we lost the first one, but I'm sure we'll have some more here. Let's just go ahead and rebet. And like I said, even when I've gotten in trouble with this system, it comes right back. And now I'm going to talk to you why. And of course, we did get a loss there. So now we're going to go from $20 to $30. And we talked about the 15%. You want to win 15% of the $1,000 you start with, which is $150. And that's when you reset or cash out, either one. So we got to win at 30. We're up $70, so we stay at 30. And here we go. Next thing I want to talk about is the table maximum. And we won there at 30. We're up 100. And just like Lenny's systems, this is a great one because you don't reach the table maximum. So as long as you have a good starting fund and you continue, you won't hit the table maximum. You can just keep going until you get your money back and get ahead again. Okay, we won at 30. We're staying at 30. And even if you start out poorly, when you have 24 numbers, you're eventually going to go on a run. And with this progression, it brings you right back. So let's go ahead and spin again. We're getting close to that 15% goal of resetting or cashing out. And okay, we got the 15% goal. Let's go ahead and instead of cashing out, reset. So that means we go back to 10 once we hit that 15% goal. And let's spin again. And that's a loss. Okay, so we're going to increase to 20. Go up 1 unit each time we lose. That's another loss. Okay, so now we're going to go from 20 to 30. And spin. Okay, we won that one, so we're going to stay at 30. And for us to get 15% again, we need to get to $300. And right now we're up 130. And we're staying at 30 because we won. 28 black, that's another loss. So we'll go to 40. And here we go. Okay, that's a win, so we'll stay at 40. We're at 110 right now. Again, we need to get to 300 to get the 15% again. Okay, we won that one, so we'll stay at 40. And here we go. See what we get. 23 red, that's a win. Okay, so we'll stay at 40. We're up 190 right now. Again, to get another $150, we need to get to $300. And let's see what we get here. There's another win. Okay, so we'll stay at 40. And we're up 230 now. There's a loss, so we're going to increase by a unit. So we're going to go from 40 to 50 and spin. There's another loss, so now we're going to go from 50 to 60. And now I'm glad you're seeing some losses that are in a row so you can see what to do when you have a really bad luck. And you'll see that even if we get down, this system will recover. There's a win. So we stay at 60. And let's see how much we lost there. We're only up 110 now, but don't worry about that. It'll come back. We're at 60 on each. There's a win, so we stay at 60. Let's check our balance. We're up 170. Again, we need to get to 300 for that 15% again. 150 on the first one we won, and then we reset. There's a loss. So we go from 60 to 70. Up 1 unit. And let's see what we get. There's a win, so we stay at 70. And let's spin again, see what we get. All right, we got the win. Let's see where we're at. We're up 190, and again, we need to get to 300. Okay, let's check our balance. Okay. So that was at 70. And here we go again. I just really enjoy this system. Every time that I've gotten in trouble, it comes back. So let's see if that continues, because we just lost again. So now we're at 80. And like I said, sometimes it looks like you're in a lot of trouble, but you don't reach the table maximum. And it's come back every time for me. So let's see if it does it this time. So we won at 80. And here we go. We're going to repeat that after every win. There's a loss, though. We got to go to 90. I like a little bit of a challenge. Like I said, I've gotten in trouble, but it's always recovered. Let's check it out. 90 each. Okay, we won. Let's check our balance. We're up 60. Again, we need to get to 300, so we're at 90. And that's because we won 150 and reset. So this is our second one, so we need to get to 300. Okay, we won 90. So we stay at 90 because we won. Let's see where we're at. We're up 150. Let's try to get a win at 90 here. All right, we got it. Up 240. And guess what? We might lose this one, but if we win this one, we've hit our 15% goal again, and we'll be up over $300. So let's see if we can get it. All right, we got it. All right, like I said, every time I've been in trouble, it comes right back with this system. We're up $330. We hit our 15% for the second time, and I just love this system. And again, Steve calls it advantage play, but maybe it is the holy grail of roulette. You guys test it out and let me know, but I haven't lost with it yet, and I really like it. So I can't wait to see what you guys think down in the comments. Go ahead and test it, though, as always, before you take it to the casino. And just really appreciate everyone's support of the channel, and I love seeing how you guys are helping each other out. It's fantastic, and just continue that. That's what makes the channel great. If you're going to subscribe, that's the main reason to subscribe. I hope you like the videos, but just enjoying each other's company and chatting on the channel about your roulette strategies with all these great minds is the best part, and I love it. So thank you guys again. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.